Hey, what goes on, guys? We're back at it again with another review, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Jazware's Pokemon Select Articuno, and it's about time I finally found this thing. Everybody else has been finding it relatively easy, and as per usual, your boy here has no luck with finding figures, so it took me goddamn forever to find it, but luckily I did, and I'm happy that I did because he looks awesome. Or she. Is Articuno a boy or a girl? I want to say she, but I was told it's a he, or the legendaries kind of doesn't really matter. But anyway, this looks awesome. It looks like another great figure from the line. The box is pretty much standard for the Pokemon Select. It's a pretty big box, but I guess it's to fit these weird, oddly shaped Pokemon in there. You get to see Articuno right there. Pikachu with the Pokemon logo on the top, Pokemon Select. You get some other artwork of Articuno right there, which looks nice. You can see the rest of the box. We should be seeing Rayquaza any day now. I mean, probably, I would guess in the next week or two, he'll start hitting. I hope so. Love to get Series 1, and I hope with the release of him that they'll show Series 2, because so far this line has been freaking awesome. Big fan of this line. Showed that side already. On the bottom, there's nothing. There is the barcode if you are looking for this. On the top, there's absolutely nothing. You get the peg to hang them up. But yeah, pretty much standard packaging. He or she looks great in the box, but without further ado, let's go ahead and open this up because I am very excited for this one. So taking Articuno out of the box, I gotta say, this may be my favorite one so far. I think it's very well implemented. Obviously, this is one of the characters that is required to have a stand. Like Rayquaza's gonna need a stand. There's no avoiding that. I was able to get away with some pictures. I think only one picture you can see the stand in there. I don't like having stands in my pictures, and I don't really have the time to be editing like crazy, so I try to just get weird angles with my hands or crop it out. So all my pictures, I never use like figure stands, and I don't really do a lot of like editing, just kind of like touch-ups. But unfortunately, this is one of those characters that really can't do that. But this is really good. The articulation is pretty awesome on this. There's a couple things that I would have definitely changed, but for the most part, I think only one glaring issue when it comes to the articulation. I mean, the sculpt and the paint are there. You don't really have to do much. Would shading be nice? Yeah, but for characters like this, I'm not really too worried about it. So, and the scale is much better on her or him. I don't know. Let me know. But yeah, this is awesome. So taking a closer look at the head here, you can definitely, I'm going to take the stand out though. You can definitely see the clean paint on the eyes that look really good. Looks just like Articuno. The sculpt, as usual, is very crisp and clean. The paint matches it. There's molded plastics on this one, so different colors for different parts of the body, which work really nice. On the arms, I guess the wings, you can see very crisp sculpts, which I really like. There's a little black speck there, but on the back, there's really nothing there. And then moving into the body, this is a separate piece, like the belly is a separate piece, or the under feathers. The other wing looks exactly the same. No paint really to speak of. The legs are molded in the gray, but each nail is painted, which is awesome. My one pin kind of like came out on the right side, but thus far it's pretty good. There's the peg hole at the bottom, and then going on the tail, you can see like the little bit of sculpt there. I don't know what these little chunks missing are, but you can see like the little feathers on the sculpt where the tail is, and the tail is super long and wavy, which looks really, really nice. You do get the holes and the copyright information on the bottom, but I'm not really worried about that. Yeah, there's like these like weird finish changes on there. You can kind of see them in the light, but not that big a deal. Yeah, so I think it turned out really cool. I think she looks really good. I'm going to say she. Screw it. But I think she looks really good, and if you get her in different poses and positions, you know, it really comes together and definitely like portrays the legendary Pokemon that she is. I'm just going to show real quick. There's no accessories. There hasn't been many accessories for this line. I think the only one that came with accessories was Greninja with the water things. But as usual, they come with this Pokemon stand, which I actually like these. Hers is really loose. Like the top pops off a lot. But for the most part, you just get her on there and boom, done. And you can pose her on there flying all around. So I really like that. Would I like more accessories to show powers? For sure. But I guess with the whole line being brand new and having completely new original sculpts for each character, with probably a low reuse factor, I can understand that they have to cut costs somewhere, and I guess that's in accessories. But let's go ahead and take a look at her articulation because it's pretty freaking awesome. So taking a look at Articuno's articulation, the only real issue I have with it is at the head. There's just a swivel, and a character like this definitely needs a hinge to look up. I think they could have definitely done like a big ball joint on the head. I'm actually surprised that they didn't and don't really understand why. I don't really think it would have added that much big of a difference, but on the wings, they're awesome. You get a super good ball joint in there, so it rotates all the way around. And then on top of that, you get a hinge. So you can get her like all the way in, all the way out. Like, it could go more than that, but obviously the wings touch each other, and you can adjust like in any position to make it look cleaner or whatever. It's wings are perfect, and you get a hinge in the middle of them that will go back that far and then up that far, which is fine. I'm gonna take her off the stand. No torso articulation to talk about, but I don't think she really needs it. Greninja did have one, but Greninja is a completely different shape from her, so the legs at the hips will just swivel all the way around. There's no rotation at the thigh, so don't try to do it. You get the single or the double jointed elbows, I guess, because that would be the knee. So I guess this is ankle really, and then I don't know. Pokemon anatomy is not necessarily bird anatomy. So you do get a swivel at the bottom of the foot, and then each toe is articulated. So you can get like pointing or like a peace sign or like middle finger. If you want Articuno flipping you off, you could get Articuno flipping you off, which is pretty awesome. So, you know, if you're immature like me, that would be pretty funny to put on the shelf. And even the little dew claw in the back is articulated. So that's pretty awesome. So you can get like gripping. I really like that. So that's pretty cool. And then the tail does not have a swivel at the base, but the tail bends so nice. I haven't seen a good bendy thing like this in a long time. You can get it like curved all the way around, and it holds the position really well. The bend goes all the way to the end pretty much. I think it stops like right here, but it's good enough for me. I was worried that it would be warped in the packaging, but it was not at all. So I think this is more than fair and definitely super, really well implemented. Like, and I thought I would mind like bother the wavy sculpt of it would bother me, but it does not at all. So yeah, you can really do a lot with this. Big fan of the way that they did that, and I'm happy that they did go that route for that. So yeah, articulation is really good on this, but I'm also happy to report that the scale of this is a lot better. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. So unlike Greninja, Articuno is pretty much in scale. I think she could be a little bit bigger. I'm not really sure. If you know for sure, let me know. But I think she could be a little bit bigger. But here she is next to Charizard. Let me change the angle a little bit. There she is next to Charizard. And I like that. She's definitely bigger than Charizard, like lengthwise. Because if you were to move Charizard out, like they're both flying next to each other. Her tail is definitely longer than Charizard's. And overall longer than Charizard. So, oops. See what I mean? It kind of pops out a little bit. But I think that works. Honestly, I think it's okay. Maybe she should be bigger. I'm not really sure. Let me know how big she should be, but I think the scale is definitely better than it was with Greninja. Greninja was just completely off. I think Greninja's in scale with 6-inch figures. I think Charizard was just too small, but you know, whatever. It's not that I'm not really too worried about it. Personally, let me know what you guys think. I don't have Greninja here to compare. I'm sorry, I brought Greninja home and put him away, but yeah, I think they scale better than the other two so far. Obviously, Rayquaza, it's definitely not going to be to scale. Rayquaza should be a lot bigger, and unless he comes in like a deluxe box that we just don't know about yet, he's going to be too small. But again, I don't really care at this point. Would I like them all on scale? Yes, but it's not too big a deal for me. So these look pretty good together. Definitely better than he did look with Greninja. So pretty cool. So it's that point in the video where I know you guys are asking yourself, you're dying to know, you guys are just itching over there. And what are you thinking of this figure? And I gotta say, it is pretty awesome. There are things that I think should have been implemented differently. I think the biggest thing is the head. There definitely should be a joint of some kind in that. Like, they definitely could have worked something, especially considering how they did Charizard. This would have been really nice, something like that. For Articuno, especially considering she is a flying character, would have been really nice to get her in some of those flying poses. But honestly, it really didn't bother me that much when I was posing her around. So I think it definitely works, but it could have been a little bit better. The paint that is there is very clean. The articulation otherwise is also very good. The sculpt, I mean, is super crisp. I mean, you don't really have to do much. I hope that this line lasts long. I don't see these on the shelves very much. My one Target though has like a shit ton of Greninjas, but that's just that one. Charizard came and went very fast. Greninja seems to sell pretty well. And Articuno was a pain in the ass to find. But, you know, I'm happy that I stuck with it. Happy that I found her. And if I was to give her a rating out of a scale of 1 to 10, I'd probably give her like an 8. I think accessories are always cool. The flight stand's a little annoying because it just kind of wants to fall apart. And like I said, the head could use a little bit more articulation. But overall, 8 is still a great score. So with that being said, I think that's all I got for today. If you guys have not already, do yourself and me a favor and go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. When we get to 300, I will be doing a giveaway. I came up with 3 ideas, and I will do a poll, and whatever one you guys like the best, we will go do that. So I'll pick that and pick that up for you guys. But other than that, I think that's all I got for today. So go follow me on Instagram and check out the pictures that I took of this guy. But I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.